The answer is yes. I think it's critical for us to not have ourselves as vulnerable to the economic and strategic implications of foreign oil as we are today. And that is much broader than just one form of fuel like ethanol. Ethanol is a good step, but it's not a sufficient step. I believe we have to be developing more energy sources ourselves, which would include offshore drilling and drilling in Anwar, nuclear power, biodiesel, biofuel, ethanol, cellulosic ethanol, probably liquefied coal. We have enormous supplies of coal. How are we going to develop those resources? Well, probably investments in technology, number one, probably subsidy, as we do right now with ethanol, and one suggestion which is made, which we're studying, which is something that Brian Schweitzer of Montana has been pushing for very hard, which is a floor price, saying to the folks, for instance, that liquefy coal, if you can liquefy coal effectively, we'll buy as much as you can make at the equivalent of $40 a barrel, oil barrel, per barrel or higher, depending on what market is. And that would create the opportunity for people to invest in those technologies. That's one side, developing the energy. The other side is how efficient we are in using the energy. And the use of energy is something where we have a lot to do and a lot of improvement to make. Our cars are not as fuel efficient as they ought to be, and our homes aren't as energy as efficient as they ought to be. And the combination of more efficiency through technology in automobiles and in our homes, plus developing our own resources can get us to a point where we are producing as much energy as we're using. Of course, we'll keep buying from our friends, the Canadians and the Mexicans and others, but if we can get to a point where we're in balance, that will dramatically change the relative power in the world of people like Putin and Ahmadinejad and Chavez. And that's something which is, in my view, a very high priority for this country to be announced and pursued, and it will cost money, but it is worth it. There is no price of oil which is worth Iran having a nuclear weapon, and we have to make sure that we're not so frightened by oil that we can't do what's in the strategic best interest of this country.